The little boy raised his finger as if it were a gun and aimed it at Leo. Then he fired a shot. Leo promptly ducked his head and played dead, going along with it perfectly. But the very next second, Leo raised his hands too. The moment he saw the handcuffs, the little boy was terrified. Leo, however, started playing along with him. The little boy was absolutely terrified. Seeing this, the boy's mother quickly called over a flight attendant and asked, "Is that man in handcuffs dangerous?" The flight attendant reassured her, "Don't worry, there's no danger at all." After saying that, the flight attendant turned around to open the meal tray. But the moment she pulled out a pistol, she turned traitor. She aimed at the police officer next to Leo and fired 2 shots. The whole sequence happened very quickly. The police officer died on the spot. Leo calmly removed the handcuffs, then walked toward the cockpit with the gun. He opened the door and asked, "Who's in charge?" The captain replied, "I am." Leo killed the person in charge on the spot. "Who's in charge now?" Leo asked again. The first officer answered immediately, You are. Leo was satisfied. This was Leo's first prison break, because prior to this, he had never been caught. Leo was the world's most wanted prime suspect, a formidable villain. After every crime, he would change his face, making him the police's most elusive suspect. That day, Leo went to the hospital for a face transplant. The doctor was about to administer anesthesia but was stopped. He was told to proceed without it. Just as the doctor was preparing for surgery, the police burst in. Leo quickly jumped out the window to escape, but he crashed into a police car, surrounded by dozens of officers. He was arrested. The police were taking him back to headquarters, but no one expected him to attempt an escape on a plane. Leo was no stranger to hijackings. First, he replaced the flight attendants and had his henchmen pose as passengers. Then, when everyone had let their guard down, he sprang into action. He quickly took control of the entire plane. "Ladies and gentlemen, the guns my men are holding are not toys. If you don't obey our orders, you will die." The passengers were frozen in fear. The little boy who had been playing with his fingers as if they were a gun was now clinging to his mother for protection. Little did they know that Leo meant business. Leo was quite pleased with his hijacking success, but what he didn't know was that there was a former security expert on board. Why had he left the job? Because aviation security is so strict these days. It's been ages since anyone hijacked a plane. The expert had been reduced to teaching safety training courses to flight attendants, and even got scolded by them. He couldn't afford first class anymore, so he was stuck in economy, where he was being harassed by the middle-aged woman next to him. To escape the middle-aged woman, the expert had no choice but to go to the restroom. But the moment he stepped inside, he heard a commotion outside. Drawing on his years of security experience, he peeked through the door crack and discovered a crucial piece of information. A criminal gang had hijacked the plane. He was finally able to do his job while the hijackers weren't looking. The expert secretly pulled out an emergency SIM card and informed his colleagues of the situation on board. The hijackers quickly spotted the expert.